This episode of the J&J Toy Giants YouTube channel Toy Unboxing was brought to you by Back of the Cereal Box Podcast. Be sure to check them out wherever you get all of your podcasts, and also check them out on Facebook, which this particular episode was recorded on. Visit Back of the Cereal Box on Facebook through their Facebook page and enjoy the video. I'm going to be going over, I wanted to do this for a while. I just recently got this like a few months ago. I'll be going over the Ghostbusters Ray Stans Mattel action figure. I got this from Amazon, and so it's seen better days. Whoever had it must have had it like on top of like other stuff, so the actual case itself kind of got smushed, but very special figure, and I'll go into that in just a moment. But yeah, so just wanted to get this started. I don't know, I can't see anybody in the comments, so I don't know if people can swipe left to reveal comments and reactions. Okay. So, alright, so this is the Ray Stans Ghostbusters made by Mattel. Yes, I said Mattel. I understand now that the license is under Hasbro, and I'm going to go over that and just give you like a little history, if you will, of the Ghostbusters toy line. And so, really cool thing about this is, if you look in the back, that this was part of the mattelcollector.com. And basically what that was, it's kind of like HasLabs. If you're a toy collector, or you know companies that do special ordering for special figures. So the Mattel Collector is almost kind of like the HasLabs, where people vote on specific figures that they want, and if they get the backing, so you basically would put down that you would back the product. For instance, there was, I think, Hasbro was doing the Sarlacc, not the Sarlacc monster, the Jabba's monster that was in Return of the Jedi that Luke killed. The names escapes me for whatever reason, but they offered that. Then also they had, what was it, Slave One as a figure that you could, back. There was so many other things. The Sentinel, for Marvel Comics, they were doing the Sentinel, which that one actually did get backed, which is cool. It's like really like scale to the action figure, so it's really super big. But basically what it was, that Mattel had this kind of like little special, like if you backed it through mattelcollector.com, you would get these particular figures. Now, the thing with this particular figure is that each figure on the back, oh no, it doesn't show on the back, but each figure comes with the piece of the logo. And so this one actually comes with a full logo, and Mattel had the license for a little bit. Obviously, if you were born in the 80s or around the 80s, you'll remember this little guy. So this was the original, the real Ghostbusters action figure based on the cartoon series. And this one actually came after the movie came out. So this is basically what it would look like. This is an actual re-release that they re-released back in 2019, I believe. 2018, 2019. Real fun fact about this one is that I'm not sure exactly what happened specifically, but these were actually coming in packages where on the top left-hand corner of the card, it would say who you're going to call. And then for whatever reason, they did a running change. And for those who don't know what a running change is basically like if they're releasing these figures, right? And this logo, for whatever reason, didn't pass the licensing. Like they didn't have the license to have that logo on the packaging. So the company has to re-release all of these figures without that logo. I'm just using that as an example. So in this case, these particular figures, these re-releases of the original Kenner Toys action figures, had Who You Gonna Call on the left-hand corner of the actual, carding. And they did a running change where they had to remove that. And so that is what makes for a lot of people who don't know, that running change made those specific action figures that had the Who You Gonna Call on the packaging that much more valuable, because they had to change it. They weren't supposed to have that slogan there for whatever reason. I never actually found out the reasoning why they didn't have why they had to do the running change on that. I'm guessing it had to do something with the licensing with the phrase "Who You Gonna Call," and so they had to do a running change, and then they got rid of that. So that's a little bit history on this one. And for those who weren't active collectors, we all know this one that just recently came out, the Plasma series. This is pretty much like if you're a collector of the WWE figures, this is kind of like an elite figure. And so 6-inch scale, had all of the accessories that would come with a specific figure. I don't know what happened to Ray's visors. Like, he had those glasses, those little binoculars. I don't know what happened to it. I think I have it in my bag of accessories. Yeah, so basically, this is the most recent iteration of the Ghostbusters action figures from the Plasma series by Hasbro, because now Hasbro has the license for these particular figures. So this is one. So what happened was that Kenner had the license first, then they lost the license or ran up and they didn't renew it. And then at that point in time, they weren't any figures coming out for Ghostbusters for quite a few years. This particular, the Kenner ones, these right here, oops, right here, they actually came out with a variation of other figures. The licensing ran out in 1991. And so at that point in time, there weren't any figures coming for Ghostbusters at that time. Then, I believe, at that point in time, were the Diamond Select, which is another company that I actually, started knowing who they were. I have one and Select here, which is the rock here. But for a while, like in the 2010s, Mattel picked up a license and then started pulling these out. Mattel, their ran out, and then now Hasbro has a license. So that's a little bit of a history here. I'm going to open it out. And so I'm what I call a loot collector. My figures, I let them out. There are card collectors that basically keep them in the packaging. So a lot of people, read why they collect, where they collect. I'm not looking to sell these, and even if I know because they're up, I took them out of the package, that be a lot less valuable because of the package. So I'm gonna take this out in just a moment. And I'll just put these out here so they done while I'm doing this. So, let's move here and see if I see if bad boy just just one route.